12 News at 11 starts now.
We begin tonight with the story of a Richmond mother who's getting the sense of closure that she's been praying for after losing her daughter in a car crash 3 months ago.
The crash happened back in April and involved 2 Richmond police officers. And tonight, one of those officers has now been charged for her death and for another's.
Tonight, new at 11, John Hood joining us live. And John, you spoke with some family members earlier today. What's the reaction to all of this?
Yeah, hey, Kurt McKee. We spoke with the family of Tracey Williams, who tells us they feel like they're finally getting some answers and actions after a grand jury indicted Richmond police officer Richard Johnson, who was behind the wheel of the cruiser that hit the car that Williams was in that night.
It was a good day today. I feel like something is being accomplished. And I think we're going to go further with it.
For the last 3 months, Tierra Williams has had to live with a broken heart after she says she lost the sweetest part of her life, her 19-year-old daughter, Tracey Williams.
Everybody knew Tracey. Nobody had anything bad to say about her at all. She had no enemies whatsoever. So, good girl. Yeah.
The night of April 7th, a Richmond police cruiser responding to a burglary call hit the car Williams was riding in at the intersection of Bells and Castlewood Road. Williams and her 18-year-old boyfriend, Jeremiah Ruffin, who was behind the wheel, were not wearing seat belts and were thrown from the car. They later died from their injuries. Over the last 90 days, Williams and her family felt questions about that night were being left unanswered.
It felt very well because I felt like we weren't getting enough answers completely. We were being left in the dark.
Throughout the course of the investigation, Williams' family says they were able to see video from a nearby business of what exactly happened at the intersection that night.
It was fast.
And real fast before the second police car came this way. When the second police car came, that's when Jeremiah and Tracey was coming this way, and they collided right here.
While Richmond police did not confirm if the cruiser had its lights and sirens on, Williams says based on that video, it did.
They had to be going pretty fast for them to be ejected out the car, and they actually did have their lights on, but the fact that they was going faster than they should be is the problem.
The driver of the cruiser, Richard Johnson, has now been charged with 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter, 1 count of failing to yield, and 1 count of reckless driving.
We've been trying hard just to, just push, just to even get to this point. Somebody just has to be held accountable. My daughter was the passenger, so something has to happen.
Now tonight, Richmond police tell us that Johnson has been put on unpaid leave. We're also told that Johnson will be arraigned at a future date. For now, live and on your side in Richmond, John Hood, NBC 12 News.
All right, thank you, John.